No, go back to it. There's a short or something. Be careful, that's a short. Look. If you move that, it shorts out.
Good afternoon and welcome inside the Wilmington University Athletics Complex in Newark, Delaware for the second game of today's doubleheader between cross-divisional conference rivals Bloomfield College and the Wilmington University Wildcats. I'm John Busby along with Lisa Sullivan. Bloomfield and Wilmington are squaring off for the 24th time. The Bears have won 7 of the last 10, but the last time these two met here at the complex 2 years ago, Wilmington University came away with the win. Bloomfield comes into today's game ranked number 9 in the East region with an 11-6 overall record, 4-3 in the conference, with one of those losses coming at the hands of Felician on Wednesday night. That loss snapped a 4-game win streak for Bloomfield. That included wins over conference foes Holy Family, Dominican, and Chestnut Hill. Wilmington is 5-13. And on Wednesday night here at the complex, evened out its CACC record at 3-3 with a solid 72-60 win over Holy Family. The Wildcats seem to be in command for the entire game with Trey Hawkins and Manir Waller each finishing with a double-double. And Lisa, you know as a coach, one of the best things about picking up a win is trying to keep that momentum going into the next game.
And keeping that momentum is just what they have to do. WilmU had a great game against Holy Family. They played really sound team defense. Their shot selection was terrific, and they made their foul shots. I thought everyone, and I mean everyone, contributed, whether it was on the court or the support they showed on the bench. Going forward, they must continue with that total team effort. They've had a problem with some offensive lulls in the past, but their team defense, including rebounding, can help them get through them.
All right. Bloomfield College is coached by head coach Gerald Holmes in his 22nd season here at the helm. Actually, 23rd season, counting the COVID year when they didn't play. And the starters for them will be Starrell Hearns, a 6'2 redshirt sophomore from Carteret, New Jersey. Ethan Maynard, a 6'1 freshman from Morris Plains, New Jersey. Zamorian Singleton, a 6'3 junior from Newark, New Jersey. And Marcus Bucknell, a 6'6 junior from Greece. Finally is the 6'8 senior Eddie Nguyen from Lindenwold, New Jersey, who was named as Conference Defensive Player of the Year last year. For Wilmington, they are coached by Dan Burke in his 11th season, played at Chestnut Hill back in 2008, and their starters are Hamari Bowers, a 6'6 sophomore from Chicago, Manir Waller, a 6'3 grad student from Abington, Pennsylvania, Denham Perkins, a 5'7 freshman, played at Dover High right here in Delaware, Trey Hawkins, a 6'7 freshman from Waldorf, Maryland, and Justin Perez, a 6'2 junior from West Warwick, Rhode Island, who played at Adelphi before coming here to Wilmington. Your officials for today are Jim Miller, Byron Taylor, and Joshua Frenchie. And so, Lisa, as they get set here to square off, Bloomfield last year, they were 22-10, 11-5 in the CACC. They won the North, but then lost to Thomas Jefferson in the conference championship games. Their wins are against Caldwell, Holy Family, Dominican, and Chestnut Hill. Their losses are to Bridgeport, Goldie Beacom, and, as I mentioned earlier this week, a 10-point loss to Felician. They trailed 76-75 at the 3:25 mark, but it was an 11-2 run by Felician with under 3 minutes to play to put that game away on Felician's home court. So Nguyen is going to be jumpy. He is the 6'8 senior, and Lisa, he looks taller than 6'8" to
And
me.
he looks huge, huge.
And he's standing next to our own Trey Hawkins, who's listed at 6'7".
And I always say how big Hawkins is,
Yeah.
not just, in height, but also in build. And, and Kenny definitely has some on him.
Gerald Holmes, the Coach of the Year last year. He's actually won that award 6 times in his 23 years. He was an assistant coach at Bloomfield, ironically. And up and strong Bowers.
Yeah, we stole the cap. Hawkins stole the cap and the tap, and an easy finish by Bowers.
Wilmington's going to need to finish the easy shots to have a chance against this regionally ranked team.
Good trap in the corner.
And Guinea's underneath, in and out, battle for the rebound, and a nice job by Perkins. He got bumped. That could have been a call to foul there on Bucknall, but they let it go.
And Perkins is smart to go in and help.
Yep.
It's going to take all five Wilmington on the defensive glass.
And Perkins is going to fire from 3. No good. Waller tips it underneath into the hands of Hawkins. Back out. An extra pass. Back to Bowers. Top of the key. No good. And then Guinea comes down with the board. I like the extra pass.
I would love to see one more. I would have seen what Perez was wide open.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see one more kick there.
And
it was the extra pass from Perkins, but I wish one more from Bowers.
No, I agree. Jumper is no good. That's
over the back. Oh, they're calling Hawkins on the box out. This is such a bad call anymore in today's game.
Well, and that's what my son got called for his 5th foul. You saw the video, and you and 50 other basketball knowledgeable people could not figure out the foul.
That's just part of the game.
Yeah.
Like, such a bad call.
Hearns, last year's Rookie of the Year in the conference, misses his first shot. Bucknall with the rebound underneath. He's a handful weight-wise.
You
Still
see,
has the ball.
Everybody's in there from you. They have to. Have to rebound as a group.
Ellis, that must have been partially blocked. Bowers trips over the line, and a lob inside, and Hawkins unable to convert, and those are the easy shots I just referred to. That was a travel that they didn't call.
Definitely a travel.
And Singleton lofts it up for Nguyen, but not sure how that was not a travel. There must not have been a ref looking at the ball because that was an easy call.
Yeah, but that started with Hawkins, and he knows you got to make those gimmies. That led to a fast break and a dunk on the other end after a travel.
Jumper by Waller in the corner is no good. Perkins tried to sneak in there behind Bucknell to no avail. Jumper on the other end is no good. That was Maynard attempting his first shot, the freshman. And a turnover by Perkins, just an errant throw there.
Yeah, tried to go cross court and didn't see the Bloomfield player.
Hearns is going to fire again, and that misses. Hawkins yanks down the rebound.
There you go. Coach Burke is telling them what to run here.
Yep,
slow it down. Let's get a good shot.
Run a play. First sub for Bloomfield getting ready to come in.
That's early.
Yeah, less than 3 minutes in. Jumper by Waller is good.
Yeah, and Waller, he's really great at taking the ball to the basket, but I think against this team with their size, he's going to need that mid-range game. And he obviously has it.
And a floater inside is no good, but there's Bucknall again.
Yeah, Bowers has to get in there. Everybody has to get in there to help. And there you go. That was Bowers on the block from behind.
And that was Nguyen inside. He and Bucknell combined have missed about 5 chip shot layups, but Nguyen with a big block as Hawkins tried to go up and slam it home.
What a beautiful pass from Perkins, and he plucked it.
Perkins picks off the pass, throws it up, gets fouled by Hearns. Perkins hopefully okay. Clean foul, just making sure he wasn't going to make the 3-point play.
A beautiful pass inside to Hawkins. He went up strong, and he just made a good play. But Perkins didn't put his head down. He came and stole the next, not even pass. He plucked him off the dribble.
In 3 minutes and 9 seconds, we've quickly figured out this game is going to be won or lost in the paint.
Oh, it's definitely on the glass.
Yep.
Yeah, it's whoever plays for Wilmu, they all have to be in here. You have to rebound as a team, all 5 players in the paint. The long rebounds you're going to give back to Bloomfield, because you need help inside.
Perkins shot up Perkins' up shot is up and good, and it's Isaiah Poole who has checked in, the 5'11" redshirt junior from Newark, New Jersey. He had 2 points, just 1 of 6 from the field, though, against Felician. Did not have a huge amount of minutes. And the second shot is good. And Guinea drives in, gets it up and in. And so one of the things they've got to figure out is how to keep him away from underneath the rim.
Yeah, well, Hawkins has to be careful because he cannot afford to pick up a second foul this early in the game. So,
be surprised. Horsey is available again, back from injury, and so is Jihad Simpson. And with Simpson at 6'9", it'll be interesting to see if Burke gets him in sooner rather than later. Not to take Hawkins out, but to allow somebody else to cover in Guinea.
Hawkins is he's gonna sleep well tonight.
Steal by Waller. We'll see if he finishes it. Lays it in. Took the safe route. Get the guaranteed 2 points.
Like to see that. Yep.
Put his team up 8-4. Too often you see guys try to dunk that, and all of a sudden it either gets blocked or they miss the dunk.
And, Waller, he's an upperclassman. He gets it.
Yep.
Like, he knows how important every 2 points is going to be today.
Grad student. He came from Mansfield. And Guinea with a turnaround jumper, no good. Smallest guy on the court.
Smart that Perkins is in there helping out.
Extra pass. That's a travel Bowers got away with. Took 2 quick steps. Perkins in with the big boys. Floats it up, no good. And Guinea with the easy rebound.
Yeah, I think Perkins was going to throw that to Hawkins, but Guinea didn't help on him.
Poole pulls up for the jumper. That's no good. That should be over the back. And instead, it's a nice follow-up score by Zaire Price.
Box out foul.
And that's probably an errant pass. It is. Perkins' second turnover of the game.
We might get a stoppage here. Yeah, I'm surprised the ref down at the other end didn't stop.
Yeah, that's Price.
You do that to protect the player when, the fast break gets stopped.
Right.
So usually you blow the whistle and stop the game just to make sure he's okay.
Nico Barnes is going to check in. He's played in just 6 games, so this is his 7th game. And he's going to come in for Singleton. Now, I'm surprised Price didn't have to leave the game since they stopped the game for him. Is that not a rule in college?
A trainer didn't come on the court or a coach didn't come on the court. So, they were just giving him a minute to get up.
Well,
and, again, it's all about protecting the player.
And in and out, no good. Nice rebound there by Waller.
Great rebound by Waller.
Adewale has checked in also. He's a 6'3", Newark, New Jersey resident, a sophomore. He weighs 225 pounds. He's a handful. Perkins misses the jumper, and Barnes streaks the other way. Adewale with the jumper and scores. That is his first three-pointer of the season.
Wow.
He is now 1 of 16. Likes the shooting situation here at the complex.
I keep saying how this gym is a shooter-friendly gym.
Underneath the Hawkins. Perez fires his first shot of the day, and that's long and right.
Yeah, he didn't follow straight through.
And Guinea with his 5th rebound already. He comes in averaging 11 rebounds, which is 2nd in the conference.
See, Waller did a little dig there, but was able to stay with his player.
Adewale gets forced back out. 10 on the shot clock. And Guinea, spin move inside. Unable to convert, follows his own shot up and in.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what his shooting percentage is right now. It's not great, but he has about, 18 offensive rebounds, it feels like. And those are just, he has that second jump that he gets up quick on the second jump.
He's 2 of 4 from the field, but shoots 61%, and that's why most of his shots are inside. Hawkins had the easy reverse layup, unable to finish it. And Guinea looks a little bit tired. We'll see if Bucknall is going to check in for him. In and out, no good. Waller with a rebound.
Yeah, those are plays that Willmington has to finish down there. Good steal by
7-0 run right now. Poole's going to try to add to that. Draws nothing but air, and Guinea dribbles it out of bounds.
And again, that's Perkins in there just helping out.
Jalen Horsey's going to check in after missing several games with concussion symptoms. Concussion suffered up at Bridgeport, I believe it was.
Yeah, inadvertent elbow.
Inadvertent, yep. And Marcus Bucknall is going to check in, and Ethan Maynard is going to see his first action of the night.
Love to see Horsey back. I hope he hits his first 8 shots.
It'll be nice for Perez to have another 3-point marksman in the game.
Absolutely. Horsey
being covered tightly by Hearns. Waller, fallaway jumper. He likes that shot. Unable to convert that. We've seen him make it, though.
He's trying to create a little space so he can get it off.
Bucknall to the basket, and good.
Yeah, I might give Hawkins a little break now. And Guinea's on the bench. He already has a foul. He's been playing hard.
Yeah.
He might need, a minute or two on the bench.
And it looks like they're going to keep trying to go at him to get him to pick up that second foul, which you can't blame him.
Smart basketball, yeah. Smart basketball, I would too.
Second leading scorer on the team, second only by 0.2 of a point to this guy, Perez. Horsey with his first three-pointer in game action in a while, unable to convert it. And that's going to be a careless turnover on the other end for the Bears. And Singleton's going to check back in. He's going to come in for Price. As it has been a 9-0 run here.
Definitely a fast-paced game.
For Bloomfield. Poole checks back in. He's going to come in for Adewale. Perkins trying to get his way in, gets it over to Waller, who drives all the way in, kicks it out to Horsey. He fires from NBA range. It's good. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Welcome back, Jalen.
For one of the best three-point shooters in the conference.
As a freshman.
It's his 38th three on the year. He's third in the conference with 45% shooting percentage. He'll get credit for the steal there. Dumps it off to Perkins. And Perkins with his third turnover. Now actually
it's
tipped.
Off yeah. He tried a no-look pass.
Yeah.
Hawkins would have had a layup if it got through.
Wilmington with 3 turnovers, 4 for Bloomfield. John Busby along with Lisa Sullivan. Bloomfield women beat the Wilmington women in the first game of this doubleheader, and that's going to be an illegal screen, and that is going to be Mr. Hawkins' second foul. Coach Burke is consulting his coaching staff. Do they want to take him out? Do they want to leave him in?
Take him out, yeah.
And he's going to come out, and they're going to bring in the 7-footer. So they're going to go height versus height as Fidel Mapanzo, the 7-footer from Angola, is going to check in.
And Ponzo, he can get some minutes here. He can earn some minutes. Definitely need his size out here today.
Poole drives in. And Ponzo kept his feet. Nice job there on the fake by Bucknall. Now Bucknall goes in. He's going to try, and Ponzo's going to foul him and score. And Ponzo kept his feet well the first time.
Just don't jump. Just don't jump. I know your tendency is to jump. Just don't jump. Make him shoot over top of you.
So Bucknell's going to head to the free throw line. He's 8 of 9 in the last 4 games from the charity stripe, a 71% free throw shooter. This will be the first shot he takes here at the complex. And that shot is good. So 16-11 lead for Bloomfield, the number 9 team in the East. Horsey from the same spot. That one's long. So he's 1 of 3 now from 3 in his first game back since the Bridgeport game. And that wasn't Waller, that was Hearns, turns it over.
Got a shooter over here. And
Perkins with his 3rd turnover of the game. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it with him. Bloomfield leads 16-11. You're watching the Wilmington University live stream on the CACC network.
Visit us at wilmu.edu.
16-11. John Busby along with Lisa Sullivan. Bloomfield with the lead. Wilmington jumped out to an 8-4 lead, but then a 9-4 run by Wilmington. A 9-0 run by Bloomfield has given them the lead. They're the number 9 team in the East region. And a jumper is short. And then Ponzo forgot to box out Bucknall, and Bucknall gets the rebound, puts up another shot, and that's a great rebound by Manir Waller.
Great rebound.
Dish out to Horsey, who takes his 4th 3 of the day. Unfortunately misses that. He's now 1 of 4. Perez is going to fire his 2nd 3 of the day. He gets fat. No, they're going to call an offensive foul. That's going to be on Ponzo. Not sure what he did.
Yeah, I didn't see what he did on that.
Here's Jihad Simpson, who I referred to as possibly being the one to come in and cover Nguyen, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
And he's back, too. This is his first game back after a couple of
Right,
misses.
yep. And so they'll battle inside.
It is physical inside. It's a man's game inside.
Horsey kicked it, so the shot clock will reset to 20, and Bloomfield will inbounds.
Yeah, Simpson's getting away a lot of size, but he is not backing down.
Poole gets through the defense. Simpson goes up in the air, and Poole goes underneath him with a nice reverse layup. Perez pump fakes. Can't get Maynard up in the air. Simpson fires from three. That's short, and Guinea grabs what I believe is his 9th rebound.
7 of them might be offensive.
Nice rebound there by Waller. And I am correct, and Guinea has 9 rebounds already. Comes in averaging 11. Perkins pulls up, jumps, or shoots over in Guinea. Short and left, and coming down, streaking is Singleton. And he dishes off to Poole, who's unable to handle it.
That has to be as close to a carry without being called as you can get.
Midi Adewale is going to check in. He comes in at 6'3", 225, built like a tight end. He's going to pick up Waller. Willmington trying to get Horsey open. Instead, it's back to Simpson.
If Simpson can hit that jump shot, it pulls them out of the paint and opens it up for some drives.
Waller drives in, gets knocked away by Poole. They're going to call a foul. It's only the second team foul on Bloomfield. Willmington has 4. And on Poole, that will be his first. Not a shooting foul. Amari Bowers is going to check back in for one. Actually, they're going to put him on the line. So Waller, a 64% foul shooter, makes the first. Bowers checks in. Perez will take his first break. Perez just got off 3 shots, 2 of them from beyond the arc, 1 a 2-pointer. Willmington struggling from the field, just 4 of 22.
Yeah, it'll turn around, but they're still in the game. Shooting that poorly, and they're still in the game,
right.
And that's their defensive mindset.
The basket certainly wasn't friendly to the Willmington women, and so far not to the men. Hearn's a quiet night so far, has yet to score 0 for 6 from the field. This is his 7th shot. That's hard off the backboard, no good. Great job by Horsey boxing out the much bigger
Bowers too.
Adewale. Horsey spin move inside, and that should have been a goaltending.
Absolutely.
It is.
Horsey can just score. He can score any way. any. You come out and you play his 3, he can put the ball on the floor and get to the basket any shot he wants.
William Penn graduate. 3 William Penn folks here. Jalen Sample, one of the other ones, and Jordan Moore. Near strip there, and he was out of bounds. The ref saw it. So
Waller calls that.
7th turnover for Bloomfield.
Yeah, Waller came in and dug at the ball a little and calls that, turnover.
Nico Barnes is going to check back in. He's going to come back in for Hearns. Hearns 0 for 7, comes in averaging 17.6. That'll be the 4th foul.
I don't think you're going to strip Perkins of the ball. He's such a low dribble, even on the crossover, you're not going to get it. Don't reach in. He's going to catch you off balance.
Perkins picked up by Maynard. Simpson puts on a nice football-type block. Perfectly legal, though. Perkins thought about the 3. Waller dishes out. Perkins doesn't think about that one. He fires it away, no good. And coming down with the rebound is Barnes.
That was a good shot, though. ball touched the paint, kick out. He just missed it.
And Guinea against
Horsey is
Horsey.
giving up. Wow. Good job, Jahaz
Price.
Simpson. Good job.
And ahead to Waller, lays it in to pull Wilmington within one.
Even, they're still only shooting 21% from the field, but you see it's
Congratulations to Aaron Harvey. Quite an honor being named to the NCAA Division II Committee for Legislative Relief. Congratulations, Aaron. Wilmington's pulled in within one, 18-17. John Busby along with Lisa Sullivan, and a drive and score by Nico Barnes, who was just 1 of 10 from the field coming into tonight's game. A 6'3 freshman from Edison, New Jersey, getting some playing time tonight early in the game. Horsey fires another three. That one bounces around. They call that the shooter's roll.
And I know Simpson did not touch the ball, but he's the reason they got that basket. He set 2 great screens. One to get Perkins open for the pass and one to get Horsey open for the shot.
Horsey nails his second 3 of the game, making a strong comeback from his concussion. Jumper is good, so Ethan Maynard answers a 44% three-point shooter. Need to know where he is on the court at all times. Bloomfield by 3.
That's a foul.
And that's going to be a foul on Ethan Maynard. That'll be his second, team's 5th.
If you could have called 3 fouls on the same play, it would have been there. Like he fouled him a couple times before they finally called it.
Maynard's going to head to the bench. Isaiah Poole back in the game. Went to East Orange High School in Newark, New Jersey. Simpson comes out and picks Poole. Perkins pulls up and scores. A 3-pointer for Perkins. Ties it up at 23. Poole trying to get himself open.
It's a good defense here by WilMU. Really moving their feet well, helping, fighting through the screens.
Simpson's done a nice job on Nguyen since he came in.
Has done a fantastic job on him.
And Poole underneath, a nice up and under. Got around Perkins, and Simpson was...
Well, Simpson was trying to hold the box out.
Right.
But he did have to come over and help, so he got there a little late. Oh, you got him again.
Of course, he almost pulled the trigger. Perkins between the legs in, dishes out. Simpson from 3, no good. And rebound, battled around. Bowers had it, but got knocked away from him. Ends up in the hands of Barnes. Under 5 to play. And a throwaway there. Poole was trying to hit. Adewale cutting to the basket. Adewale says his fault. That was a hard pass to catch.
It was 100 miles an hour and traveled 3 feet. Would have been a fantastic catch if he did it.
Manir Waller checks in.
But you see after that play, Cradle and Perkins talked about how to play that screen.
Right. Starrell Hearns also checks in for Bloomfield. It's also been nice that Hawkins hasn't had to be in the game and risk picking up that 3rd foul as Waller drives and scores.
Fantastic.
And a steal by Perkins on the inbounds. Oh, and look, they saw Kevin touching Cradle. Yeah. Cradle just checked in as well.
Don't mess around with the ball around Perkins. You have to always know where he is.
8 on the shot clock. Poole's got Perkins. Simpson rolled, didn't get it. Cross-court pass to Waller. He's going to fire from 3. It's good! Manir Waller drills the 3 to break the tie and put the Wildcats up by 3.
Fantastic shot clock awareness, get that ball up. But Perkins, I can't believe he found him.
That would have been hard to find if you're 6'8",
yes.
Let alone if you're 5'7". Jumper no good, and Simpson battles. Not sure how that wasn't a foul. Waller dishes it off to Bowers, puts it up with the left hand and scores.
And I would flex a little too if I were Bowers. Love the bench action. Everybody's up supporting.
And Wilmington with the momentum with 3:30 left to play. And Lisa, this is where we always talk about it. At worst, you want to go in up 5 if you're Wilmington.
You have to close out the quarter. Closing out the beginning and end of quarters or halves in this point are really, really important.
And Guinea inside. He's been quiet since Simpson got in the game.
Simpson has done a fantastic job.
And what a great rebound there by Cradle.
Just a tough rebound from Cradle. And running the floor. Look at him get up the floor.
And a score.
No, that's just hustle. That's a young man wanting to win.
The Smyrna High product.
Got the rebound, tough rebound down on this end, and laid it up and in. Just a sprint. He was at full sprint. That's a young man that wants to win the game.
All of a sudden, it's 32-25. And Guinea has it. Great double team there by Waller and Simpson. And a nice job, and that should have been a foul right there.
That should have been a foul there, too.
Barnes threw it up and then fouled Bowers. Ref whistle in his mouth.
Great decision by Perkins here. Didn't have anything real quick. Slow it down. Let's run a set. And he's going to go shoot, too. Right. No.
Ref got that one.
Fifth one.
Sixth foul.
I think that's the fifth. I think they had already changed it.
Oh, okay. Poole with the foul, his second. Jacine Davis making his first appearance, a 6'2 senior from Englewood. Hearns is back in.
Again, I wouldn't try to strip Perkins. You're not gonna get him. You're not gonna rip him. You won't do it. Just play good defense and try to keep him in front of you.
Simpson with a nice pick. Perkins out. Cradle for three. That one's no good. He was a step shy of following it up and grabbing it.
But you see Perkins forced the help to open up Cradle.
Oh, and that's a block by Simpson. They're calling a foul.
On who? I thought he
it's
got it clean.
It's going to be on Simpson. I thought he got it clean, too. He didn't get him with the body, so.
He definitely didn't get him with the body.
So it's his first, team's fifth. It'll be a shooting foul, send Singleton to the free throw line where he's 14 of 19 on the season.
Simpson has really played well. Really played well.
Yep. Yeah, and Guinea, I don't want to jinx it, but he hasn't scored.
Yeah.
So, and that's nothing against McDuffie.
Too.
Right.
They're
not McDuffie, Hawkins.
Yeah. Hawkins did a good job on him, too.
I always think of McDuffie, the one covering the other team's best player underneath for the women. Great reverse layup, but didn't go in. And there's Simpson with the offensive rebound. Can't convert, and Guinea certainly had part of that. Hearns gets it into Guinea. Nice job there by Simpson. And a drive and a block, and Simpson is playing.
he didn't even hit any parts of the rim on both of them.
And Adewale checks back in. And see if Wilmington can get another defensive stop. They lead by 8, under a minute.
The last 50 seconds are good. You've worked hard to get this lead. Don't give it up.
And a dunk and Horsey from behind, and that's a rookie mistake. You just got to let.
Sometimes you got to let it happen.
And Guinea dunked the ball.
That's being a competitor, though. You don't want to give up a layup. I understand it, but sometimes you just got to back off, and I got beat on this play.
And that guy's a little bit bigger than every high school player he played against for the last 4 years.
A little different.
Zaire Price checks in. Perez checks in. And Guinea will shoot 2. Or shoot 1, excuse me. 67% free throw shooter. And that is short. Battle underneath. Nice job by Waller, tipping it to himself rather than trying to come down with a rebound.
Yeah, just tip it and went and got it.
6-point lead for the Wildcats.
Get a good possession here. 2 shooters. I think he was looking for Simpson to roll a little faster.
Horsey spins in, out to
Simpson.
Shot. Simpson with baseline jumper is good.
He's a good outside shooter, 3-point shooter too. That's a good shot.
Jihad Simpson doing it on both ends of the floor.
I want the bench, yep. Defense from the bench, let's go.
Shot clock is off.
Get a big stop here. Just don't foul. Don't give him an M1. If you're beating off on the glass, you got to give it up.
Lob it in. They get it inside.
That's
and
good.
Turnaround jumper, no good. And at the half, Wilmington University leads Bloomfield 36-28. I'm going to go talk to Coach Burke. Lisa, your thoughts on the game?
Just of 2 ways. A majority of proposals start in Division II committees. Those groups comprise of representatives from member schools or conferences, debate concepts, and forward recommendations to the Division's Management Council and President's Council.
Welcome back inside the University of Wilmington complex. 36-28, Wilmu with a lead over the number 9 team in the East region, the Bloomfield Bears. You can see the stats on your screen. Field goal percentage about the same. Wilmington shooting a little bit better from 3. Slight rebound margin by the Bears, led by Eddie and Guinea with 10 rebounds. But as Lisa pointed out, he had 9 rebounds within the first 6 or 7 minutes of the game, and not only 1 when he came back in later on. Manir Waller leads all scorers with 13, also has 7 rebounds and 3 assists. 10 points for Jalen Horsey. Good to see him back after having a concussion at Bridgeport. He's 3 of 6 from the field. Denham Perkins, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. And Amari Bowers with 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 points apiece for Simpson and Cradle. But what doesn't show up in the stats is the defensive effort by Simpson. You pointed out the effort of Manir Waller, Lise.
Yeah, I thought Manir Waller had a fantastic first half. 13 points, 7 rebounds, all defensive. The guards are going to have to help. 3 assists and a steal. And I think the key stat is Wilmu has 18 points off turnovers compared to Bloomfield's 5.
Wilmington's biggest lead was 8. Bloomfield's biggest lead was 7. Both teams had scoring runs of 9 points. And so about as even as it can be in most of the statistical categories. One thing that jumped out to me is turnovers, and that is Bloomfield has 12 turnovers. They come in averaging 14.5, so just 2 turnovers away from their game average.
Trying to get Hawkins a touch early just to get him back in the game. He sat for a long time with 2 fouls.
13 seconds left on the shot clock. Perez, the three-pointer, gets fouled, and that's a foul on Singleton.
That's perfect. Go to the foul line, find your stroke.
Singleton's first foul, team's first. Perez, an 82% free throw shooter, second only to Jalen Horsey, who shoots 88%. Perez has played 30-plus minutes in 6 straight games, so certainly getting his money's worth out of Perez. Scored 14 points, was 5 and 11 from the field in that win over Holy Family earlier this week.
Yeah, that foul was huge. See, now we've seen the ball go through the basket 3 times in a row.
Yep.
Hopefully that picks him up.
Maynard's got the point. And Guinea puts it up and rolls around and in. It was Hearns that fell down. Hearns comes in averaging 17.6. Did not score in the first half. And so the CACC Rookie of the Year last year has been held in check. He's got a season high of 30 points and not even close to that. That's a foul by Nguyen.
2 fouls.
First he fouled him with his body, and then he fouled him with his hands. So no call.
I'm not one to complain, but that's obvious.
That was an obvious foul.
See, and that's a 5-point swing right there.
Yeah, the body alone was a foul.
Yes, definitely.
Because then Guinea intentionally took a step and ran into him. And it was right in front of the ref, and he just swallowed the whistle. Important possession here for Willmington to get that momentum back the other way. Hawkins is going to take Nguyen in. He takes him in, misses the score, and that's Bucknell that comes away with the rebound. A lot of body contact, and if they're going to let it happen on this end of the floor, they need to let it happen on the other end of the floor. And Maynard with a quick jumper.
We're going to get a quick timeout.
Coach Burke, he's going to use this opportunity to talk to the officials as well. And he takes a timeout. We're waiting to see whether it's a full or a 30. The referees have not signaled either. An 8-0 run by the Bloomfield Bears. Wilmington takes a timeout. Comes out a full court press here, man-to-man. Maynard trying to just bother Perkins. Perkins gets around him and sort of backs into him. And a little floater up, and is going to pick up a foul on Maynard. That's going to be Maynard's third. So Perkins baited him right into that.
Yeah, he slowed up, waited for him to catch up. That's an 8-3 run to start the half, so these foul shots are big.
And head coach Gerald Holmes is not happy with Ethan Maynard picking up that third foul. Perkins makes the first, a 71% free throw shooter out of Dover High School, led the Senators to their first ever state championship last year. And he played as well as anybody can play in that state title game. I was there.
The whole playoff run.
Yep. Second one is short, and Guinea with his 11th rebound of the season. His season high is 18. We'll see if he's able to reach that. Firing from three is Bucknell. That's going to be
Good
short.
Box out. Good box out.
Perez should get the credit for that rebound, even though all he did was tap it to Waller. Nice look underneath, but coming in behind was Singleton to knock it away.
Yeah.
Bowers can't pick up a foul here.
Singleton was a help defender there and did a good job.
Singleton, turnaround jumper in the lane to pull Bloomfield within two.
Yeah, so that halftime, first 3 minutes, that halftime lead has, pretty much evaporated.
Wilmington lost its momentum on that foul that was not called against Hawkins, and that was just a miss.
Yeah, I think he was indecisive. I think he initially wanted to go up and dunk it.
And body-to-body contact on the other end, and to the referee's credit, they're letting it go on both ends of the
fast
floor.
break, you have to let it go.
Perez fires from three. That's going to be long, but it's going to come out into the hands of Perkins.
Now you should get a whistle.
And now they will get a whistle for Perkins. That's his 7th rebound of the night, which is a team high and second only to Eddie and Guinea's.
We said it was going to take everybody.
Yeah. Jalen Horsey's going to check in for Bowers. And that was Maynard injured on the other end. He's being taken back to the locker room.
Yeah, I think they're looking for Horsey scoring. They're having trouble scoring right now.
Horsey has checked in. So now you've got two lethal three-point shooters, and that's going to be a slam dunk. And maybe what Trey Hawkins needed, who sat the second half of the first half with the foul trouble.
And Giddy didn't have a choice. He had to step up and help.
Yep. His first bucket of the afternoon.
Waller's done a real nice job defensively. he might get called there, but he's done a really nice job. Really nice job defensively.
Picks up the foul on that one. Be his first. Team's first. Wilmington trying to make it 2 wins in a row after that nice win at home against Holy Family.
Oh, wow.
And are they going to call that on Perkins?
I think,
I
thought Perkins got the ball.
It's going to be his first, team's second. And that's going to be a shooting foul. We'll send Poole to the free throw line where he's an 80% free throw shooter. Hasn't shot a shot here yet.
Yeah, I do understand that's 90 feet from me, and I'm very biased. But I'm still going to say it was all ball. Yeah.
First free throw is up and good. 3-point game. Bloomfield College 3-5 on the road. Second shot is up and good. They've been taken over by Montclair State University back in July of 2023. Otherwise, the school was just going to close. We had heard rumors about the closure, so we're glad to hear that Montclair took it over, and they are going to continue to allow both the men's and women's basketball team to compete at the Division II level in the conference.
Which is awesome. 30 more kids get to participate in college athletics. That's awesome.
Yep. They're also doing the same with men's soccer and softball. However, baseball and women's volleyball will now be just club sports at Bloomfield. But Montclair also starting a Division III women's flag football team. So we'll be interested to see how that program takes over, not only at Montclair, but not only in New Jersey, but nationwide.
I have to start to get Horsey a look.
Perkins gets a pick, gives it up. Horsey, quick out on him was Bucknall. 7 on the shot clock. Waller's trying to back. Hearns does. Nice fall away jumper off the glass for Waller.
And use the glass, too. That's old school.
And Hearns not only beaten on defense there, he has yet to score on offense. The leading scorer on this team at 17.6 points per game. Rookie of the year in the conference last year. Jumper is no good by Poole, and a nice rebound there by Waller. That's Waller's 9th rebound. He is 1 rebound away from a double-double, his 2nd in a row.
And this is like earned. Like he's giving up a couple feet here.
And jumper, nothing but the bottom of the
we're
net.
Seeing it through. Again, just a young man that wants to win. I want to win today.
And so a run there, and Perkins with a careless foul, and coach is going to talk to him about that. Loves the hustle,
I know.
But not the outcome.
I think he thought he could have gotten him from behind, but don't get beat. Don't take that gamble.
So 2 fouls for Perkins, 3 fouls for the team. Poole checks out. Maynard checks back in. Good to see him, meaning from a health standpoint. He's the one who went in the locker room a few minutes ago. Maynard driving to the basket, kicks it back out. Gets it back into Nguyen.
Good double. That's a great double in the post.
Jumper in and out, no good. Battle for the rebound. Smallest guy on the floor. Picks up his 8th rebound. Gets it over to Perez. Fires from 3. Long. Coming down with it is Maynard. Hawkins does a nice job not trying to strip it and get called for a foul. Works around. Jumper from Hearns. Still has not scored. Hearns now 0 for 10 from the field. Jumper no good by Maynard. Rebound underneath, the foul +1, and Zaire Price will head to the free throw line. Coach Dan Burke is talking to the official, same official who didn't call the foul against Nguyen on our side when Hawkins almost got knocked into the floor mats, or wall mats, I should say. And Nguyen's going to head to the free throw line, a 67% free throw shooter. He's at 13 rebounds, has 12 points, so already has a double-double. And that free throw is up and good.
That's Hawkins' 3rd foul. He has to be careful here.
And Guinea has double digits in rebounds in all but 6 games for Bloomfield. As I mentioned earlier, season high of 18 rebounds. and that was versus Lincoln University. Perkins, and that is blocked away. They're looking, and the basket is going to count.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, he just has that little, he comes off his pick and roll, and he just has that little hesitation.
Yep.
And you slow up with him, and then you can't catch him.
And then Guinea is the one that caused the goaltending. The foul's on 5, Maynard, and that is his 4th. So that's a big foul, a big basket for Perkins, and he's going to get to shoot the old-fashioned 3. And that was a mistake by Guinea because that ball was not going in.
It was not going in.
It might have hit the bottom of the backboard and
not
swatted
going
it
in.
away. And so, as impressive as it looked, it cost his team 2 points. And Maynard is getting a earful from Coach Gerald Holmes on the other end. That's the second thing Maynard has done in this half that Holmes is not happy with. The 6'1 freshman from Morris Plains. So part of that is coaching your freshmen also.
Absolutely.
And, if you don't point out what you don't like what they do, they never learn it. And that's a drive and a score by Hearns on the other end and a lob to Perez. And that was probably a pass that Coach Burke would like to have back for his freshman point guard.
No guts, no glory, right?
Yeah,
no guts,
guess.
no glory. This is a great substitution here. Get Trey Hawkins out with 3 fouls, give him a little break.
And Simpson comes back in, and if he has half of the first half that he had, the Wilmington Wildcats are going to be in good shape because he came in and I don't know if shutdown is the right term.
I would say shutdown.
And
He
Guinea
was
didn't.
super physical. He was super physical.
Yeah. And Guinea didn't
and
score
kept him
much,
off the glass.
if at all.
Yes.
And I think we said he had 1 rebound.
And he pushed him out from his comfort zone on the block. I thought he did great.
Yep. Ooh, fall away jumper by Horsey. I like that.
He's a pro scorer, man. He's a pro scorer. As a freshman, he's a pro scorer. He needs to work on other things, but
smart play against Guinea. He didn't try to be flashy. He didn't try to challenge him. There's a back door. Waller goes skying, or Simpson goes skying in the air. Unfortunately, the ball did not. And a nice reverse layup there by Poole.
Hopefully Horsey puts in some work this summer. Gets a little bigger, stronger, a little better handle. And he'll be unstoppable next year.
Waller heads in and puts it up no good. And Guinea with a rebound, his 14th of the game, 4 away from his season high. And he heads to the other end. I think Guinea feels like he's got something to prove.
Well, I would feel like I had something to prove, too. Remember, Simpson's given up, 40 pounds and a foot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guinea's. Well, they have Guinea listed at 6'8" and Simpson at 6'9". I guarantee you, Guinea is taller.
Look at him,
right?
It's 4 inches. And Simpson's not he's slim. He's strong. He's man strong.
What a move by Waller inside, going up, drawing Guinea, and then scooping it up with the left hand. That is just a great move by Waller.
And you have to respect his jump shot at this point. He's already hit 2 threes.
And on the other end, Poole puts it up and in, and so
good timeout.
Good timeout by Gerald Holmes. It is going to be just a 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it right here. Reason for that with all of his rebounds. Offensive rebounds 11-6 in favor of Bloomfield. Assists 9 for Wilmington, 7 for Bloomfield, and the fouls are 10 apiece. Shooting percentage, Wilmington shooting 38. Bloomfield shooting 54%. A lot more of their shots are coming from inside the paint, and that's the reason for that difference. Neither team shooting overly well from 3. Wilmington at 24% and Bloomfield at 17%. So 11-19 left to play. Wilmington with a 5-point lead and the ball. And, Lisa, you might say the next few minutes are critical really for both teams.
Yeah, Wilmington obviously wants to build that lead up a little more, and, Bloomfield wants to take over.
Right.
But, Waller's doing such a great job controlling everything.
Takes Poole in, dishes over to Simpson. Simpson buries the shot.
Again, Waller's doing such a great job controlling everything. We said it was going to be a guard or going to have rebound, and Waller has 9 rebounds, and Perkins has 8.
And Jalen Horsey causes Singleton to throw the ball into the bleachers on the far end of the court, beyond the reach of Poole, and Wilmington will take over with a 7-point lead.
Yeah, I think Waller, we saw when Cradle came in, they want to win this game. They're gonna keep battling and do what they have to do. They want to win this game.
Waller has it.
I think Waller should go at him again.
Poole covering, goes in him. He's got Ngini, and Guinea is waiting for him. Dishes it off. Horsey, the reverse layup, can't convert, but look who's there. Simpson dishes out to Horsey. Three-pointer up, no good. Simpson battles for the rebound. And they're going to say it went off Simpson. And it's going to be Bloomfield ball.
That's all right, man. That's all right. That effort is going to win a lot of games.
Two huge rebounds by Simpson in that one series.
And Horsey's going to make this shot over here 7 out of 10 times.
Simpson played at Clarion. He's from Washington, D.C.
Again, you see how physical Simpson's being under the basket? Like just pushing him out?
Poole trying to get around Perkins.
Poole,
I was going to say either walked or he leaned in.
He that pivot foot, he drug the pivot foot.
Bowers checks back in. Perez is going to have a seat. And Horsey loses it, but none other than Simpson's there to gather it up. Horsey fires from three. That one's just short, and Hearns comes down with a rebound. Spin move by Poole, loses
Simpson
it.
was all over it.
Perkins knocked it away. They're going to say it went off Perkins, and from 90 feet away, I can agree with that call. Adewale's going to check back in. Gets it in the Pool, covered by Perkins. They're lobbing it into Ngini, right back into the hands of Price for the easy two.
Yeah. Good cut to the basket, nice pass. But Willmington did well not to foul on it. That's growth. Sometimes they beat you. And if you do foul, they don't get the N1.
Horsey tries to get in, dishes out. Bowers for three. The lefty is good.
Big shot. Nice find.
Horsey to the southpaw, his second assist of the game. And that's going to be Hearns still looking for his first basket. They tip it around. Ends up in the hands of Adewale. Blocked away by Simpson.
He came from the wing to get that. That's effort. That's what wins and loses games.
Left alone and drives and scores. And Wilmington's up by 10.
I'm surprised Bloomfield's not taking one.
And they are.
Yeah.
Coach Holmes didn't even get up to call it. They knew it was coming. Still waiting for a 30 or a 10. It is a full timeout. We'll take it with them. A run by the Wildcats, and they lead by 10 here on the CAC. Welcome back inside the complex here at Wilmington University. John Busby along with Lisa Sullivan here on the CACC Network. Wilmington has gone on a run and taken a 61-51 lead, which caused Bloomfield to take a timeout. And Gerald Holmes, the head coach, didn't spend much of it in the huddle with his players. And as Lisa pointed out, the bench is not into the game right now. And
this can be a knockout blow. Like a tough 4 minutes here, you can end the game.
And a nice drive and a miss, and they're going to call foul on Horsey.
That's a shame because that was good defense up until then.
Horsey was moving away from the player. It's going to be Horsey's first, team's fourth. Both teams have 4 fouls. And it's going to be Price that heads to the free throw line. Coming into the game, he was 10 of 15. He's now 11 of 16.
Horsey can get hot down at this end and bang some threes. Definitely give us more separation.
Marcus Bucknall is going to come back in and try to give them some rebounding effort. He's got 7. Second shot is up and good. And so, Lisa, we talked at the 11-minute mark that those next couple minutes were going to be important for both teams. Wilmington took advantage of those next couple minutes. Let's see what they can do with these next couple minutes. Hope to at least maintain this 8-point lead. Bowers up, in, and no good. And coming down with it is Price. And he streaks the other way. And Horsey gets tangled up with him but gets the ball.
I think we have a push.
Double technical, I think, is what we have, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's going to be on Horsey, and it's going to be on Price.
I didn't see what happened there.
I think they just got tangled up after the play, and the ref, to their credit, is taking control.
Yeah, just end this now.
Jim Miller, Byron Taylor, and Josh Frenchie have made it clear that that's not going to be tolerated.
And set that tone early.
Yep.
So you don't have to do it often.
Right. And so that is Price's first foul, and it's Horsey's second. More importantly, or more disappointing, I guess, is that it's Wilmington's sixth foul, which means Bloomfield is shooting free throws the rest of the way. Bowers, a spin move inside.
Just not a good shot.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Burke's going to be happy with that when he goes over film with Bowers.
It's a shame because they had a big stop on the offensive end. So
Simpson against Nguyen forces a fallaway jumper. Horsey got his hand on that, knocked it out of bounds. He'll get credit for the block. Hawkins is going to check back in. And he's going to come in and give Simpson a blow. And what a great job Simpson had right now.
He did great.
I'll say it now. If they win, he's the MVP of the game.
I was just going to say.
And Waller.
Can you bring an MVP? 4 rebounds, 4 points? Yep. Absolutely. Look at the effort he gave him. Even the loose ball he got on the last possession.
Three-pointer is good by Maynard, so that pulls Bloomfield within 5. And what's not going to show up in the stats is how hard Simpson battled Nguyen underneath.
Kept Nguyen off the glass. He battled. Pushed him out of his comfort zone. He did a great job.
And was involved on the offensive end, too. You know, a lot of times you bring somebody like that in just to play defense, and it's like playing 4-on-5 on offense, and that wasn't the case.
Well, the hustle plays he had also were fantastic.
And Nguyen with a huge block there against Waller, and he's going to
good timeout.
Probably get an assist off of that as well. And Coach Burke is telling them you can't flip the ball up against Nguyen. And it's going to be a full timeout for Wilmington as they now lead by just 3. Well, Bloomfield called a timeout, went on a 7-0 run. And now Wilmington has called a timeout, see what they can do on the offensive end of the floor. They lead Bloomfield 61-58, led by 10 just about 2 minutes ago. So a run, what we think were 2 bad shots on this end, turned into a three-pointer and an easy layup on the other end, contributing to that 7-0 run.
Need a good possession right here. Good possession. Anytime he shoots it, it's a good possession.
And that foul's going to be on Nguyen, I believe. Only going to be his first. It's going to send Trey Hawkins to the free throw line, a 61% free throw shooter.
And I know Hawkins is a little frustrated, but you just got to keep battling. Yeah. Just keep battling, man.
Only scored once. He's 1 of 9 from the field. But he's been battling hard inside. Hasn't shot a free throw here yet today. And that one's going to rattle around
Get that over in front of the rim, man. Get some air under it, get it over in front of the rim.
He's only made half his free throws in 5 of the last 6 games.
Finish with that elbow high.
And
so he's finishing out instead of high.
And that caused the balls to go into the rim rather than over the top of the front. But 1 of 2 is better than 0 for 2. 4-point lead for Wilmington. Trying to get the ball into Buck now. He's being covered by Horsey. A mismatch there, weight-wise for sure. They get it into Nguyen. And a nice look to Poole underneath. Poole misses the layup, and Nguyen battling for the rebound and scores his 15th rebound and 15th point of the night.
That was a nice pass by Nguyen. He took his time, found the cutter. Good pass. Then they all crashed the glass.
I was talking to Coach Burke, and he said Nguyen's one of the most improved players he's seen in the CACC over the last couple of years. He just really knows. It's like he knows how to use his big body now.
Well, kind of grew into it, probably.
Perkins from 3, nothing but the bottom of the net. So Denham Perkins with his 14th point of the night.
That was a huge to get the momentum out. Huge shot.
Perkins is 2 rebounds away from a double-double, and anybody that I tell this 5'7" point guard had a double-double today, they're never going to believe that it was points and rebounds if he gets there.
Assists,
Right. And that should be a charge.
Come on, Mr. Referee.
I don't know. Maybe they think Hawkins slid in underneath him after he jumped. I'm not sure.
Get in there,
Horsey for 3, no good. And Guinea Skies for the rebound, his 16th, 2 away from a season high.
Still a good shot. He's going to make
he's
them.
He's got to take that shot.
Yep. He's going to make them.
And Maynard almost an air ball on that floater, but there to scoop it up and in is Bucknell. And all of a sudden,
had it and lost it.
All of a sudden, it's a 3-point game again.
Credit to Bloomfield. They were set up for the knockout punch and came back.
Oh, their bench looked like they were ready to get on the bus. Their coach looked like he was ready to get on the bus, and all of a sudden they're right back in it, and that's why they're the number 9 team in the region. And Horsey with a nice drive and score with the right from the left.
If he gets going. Perkins just doesn't back down, man. He just keeps moving with it.
Gets right back on defense and picks Maynard up, keeps him from going to basket. And Guinea tipped away by Hawkins.
No, they called Perkins. I thought Perkins got all ball there.
Hawkins third, team 7th, so that's going to send Ngini to the free throw line.
I think that foul was on Perkins. No?
I thought it was on Hawkins. We'll see what it shows up here. Perkins has 3 and Hawkins has 3.
Yeah, I think that foul was on Perkins.
And Jalen Horsey has 3, so 3 guys with their 3. Maynard's got 4 on the other end, and that's nobody else has 3. And Guinea is 67% free throw shooter. Missed one of the 2 the last time he was at the line. That one is perfect.
And that's what Coach Burkett said, part of the scouting report. They're going to double the post. I thought he got that clean. Again, I get unbiased. But his reaction told me he thought he got it.
Right. That's going to be off. Ooh, I thought it was coming off the right side.
It looked funny. Right?
Yeah, it did.
Curved.
Yep. So a 3-point game still for Wilmington. They've managed to keep that lead despite being up by 10 at the 8:35 mark. Perkins with a nice move inside, a little floater. And nice job by Hawkins. Almost gets it. Has to avoid that 4th foul and does. Maynard the other way, kicks it out. 3-pointer by Hearns is no good, and Hearns continues
get something easy here
to struggle. Nice job by Cradle. A very smart play.
Very, very smart. You expect that from a senior.
Yep.
Very, very, very smart. He's going to make sure they're in something.
Hearns is now 1 of 12 from the field. Came in leading the team in scoring with 17, has just 2 points.
I was going to say this is a time for Waller to take over.
Waller in and misses. And that's going to be off. And Guinea, nice job by Hawkins in there going after the rebound. Perkins will inbounds right underneath his own basket, right in front of the Wilmington University cheerleaders.
Yeah, when you drive, and Guinea has to come over to help, so that opens up Hawkins to crash the offensive
Cradle
glass.
against Maynard, and Cradle dribbles it off his foot. And that's going to happen once in a while. I mean, it was the right move by Cradle. He was trying to get to the baseline, and it was going to dish it off.
Just work hard and get it back.
Yep. 3:31 to play. John Busby along with Lisa Sullivan. Second game of this afternoon's doubleheader. Up and under and in. And it's a 1-point game. Horsey getting ready to check back in. Wilmington's next game is at Chestnut Hill. They'll be back home here next week. Into Hawkins, and Guinea covers him. Hawkins back to Cradle. Cradle's trying to work his way in. Dishes it back. 7 on the shot clock. Perez hits the bottom of the net.
And he got hit. Cradle set him up.
Yep.
Took a dribble in, drew the defense. Little handoff to him, set him up perfectly. Huge shot. I want to hear the defense start the defense chant from the bench.
And a 4-point lead, and that's going to be off Wilmington.
And if they can get a stop here, this is a big defensive possession for Wilmington.
Horsey in, Cradle out.
Yeah, I know that sub was coming, but I would have left Cradle there for one more defensive.
Hearns looks underneath, gets it, and missing the chip shot inside is Price. Horsey defending from behind. Might have gotten his hand on the ball. And Bucknall is going to check back in. He's going to come in for Price.
Again, you got to talk on these screens here.
35 more pounds inside with Bucknall in.
At least.
And another inch. And Hearns
is
out of bounds. And Coach Holmes is irate.
Yeah, he's had a tough. That young man's had a tough afternoon.
Maynard's not pleased as coach this afternoon. Yeah. Price checks back in, and Bucknall checks back out. So offensive, defensive shuttle right now.
And this is we want Waller or Horsey or Perez to have an open 3 here.
And they're working around. Waller's in the corner. He's got Price out with him. And they've got him. Waller, now he pulls up for three. This is badly into the hands of Nguyen, who's got 17 rebounds now, one away from a season high. 2 minutes to go. 4-point lead for the Wildcats.
Good defense by Perkins. Just didn't let him turn
Manir
the
fires
corner.
from three. In and out, no good. And so Willmington with a fresh 30.
All right, let's execute down here. If it's a jump shot, it has to be Horsey or Perez shooting the jump shot. Everybody else is taking it to the basket.
Maynard's covering Perkins. Maynard's got the 4 fouls. Gets
Here's
by
the
him.
corner right here, Perez.
Oh, almost throws it away. Nice catch there by Horsey. 6 on the shot clock. Perez, step back three. Nope, step back jumper. That's a bad miss off the board. He had to rush it.
Yeah.
Maynard heads the other way. Kicks it out to Poole. Back to Hearns. He's been cold so far today. Continues to cold, and I'm not sure how that is not over the back on Hawkins.
Wow, that's a foul.
And Guinea clearly went over Hawkins' back. There was as much contact as you can get boxing out. And Coach Burke is questioning that as well. How 70-68, Wilmington with a 2-point lead and the ball. Trying to go above 500 in the CACC. They're 3-3. And Bloomfield's trying to avoid being 500. They are 4-3 coming into this afternoon's game. Bloomfield comes in ranked number 9 in the region. And Wilmington trying to, I guess you would have to say, pull the upset over the Bears. Last time the Bears were here in the complex, they lost. But they've won 7 out of the last 10 that these two have played against each other. They only play each other once since Bloomfield is in the North Division. Waller in, and that's smacked away by Nguyen, and Hearns heads the other direction. Poole has it, and that's got to be a charge.
That's a charge.
Oh, the ref is hesitating.
Come on. That's a charge.
Perkins was in the right position. And I'm not sure if Burke is just going to. I don't know.
I would like to hear the explanation.
Yeah.
He was standing there.
Yeah, Burke didn't argue, but at the same time, you and I have seen enough basketball, and even if they still use that arc underneath, which they don't, Perkins was outside of that.
Yeah, he didn't move.
Yeah. So Poole trying to put his team up by 1, makes the foul shot. So Bloomfield has retaken the lead after trailing by 10 at the 8:35 mark. Perkins covered by Poole. They're going to run a play. Perkins in. Little step shot is good. Smallest guy on the floor at 5'7", just hit his 16th point of the night.
What a big shot.
It's Williams.
Welcome back inside the complex here in Newark, Delaware. Wilmington University goes back up by 1 on Denham Perkins. Floater in the lane. He's now got 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. A spectacular evening for him. Manir Waller, a double-double, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. His second double-double in a row.
It's about defense right here. Everybody communicating. Make sure you box out, and everyone helps rebound.
8-second difference on the shot clock.
Little weave action here to get to the basket.
Poole kicks it
Lowered
underneath.
his shoulder.
And shot is up and good by Bucknall.
That was good D. It was good D by Simpson.
And we got another timeout. This one is going to be by Bloomfield. And again, the officials are unable to signal what it's going to be. And it looks like it's going to be a full timeout, so we will once again take it with them. 23 seconds left. Wilmington with the ball, down 1 when we come back.
Home at Wilmington University.
Here we go, 73-72 Bloomfield with a 1-point lead. Wilmington with the ball. Wilmington has 2 timeouts left. Bloomfield has 1, according to the scoreboard. And so the first line of duty here is to get the ball in bounds. and then go from there.
Get into a good set. Make sure the right people are taking their strength shot, the shot they're best at.
And so Waller is going to bring it up. They're covering Perkins like a blanket, pulls on him.
And it's not necessarily the last shot. You just want the good shot.
And shot clock is off. So what you see on the TV is what's left. Perkins goes in. He's not going to be able to get that off. He kicks it out. They kick it around. Horsey's shot is blocked. And that was blocked,
plenty of time.
Blocked by Hearns, the defensive rookie of the year last year. Or not the defensive rookie of the year last year. Hearns has struggled tonight, 1 of 14, but if they pull this out, everybody's going to forget about his 1 of 14. Because
remember that block shot.
Remember that block against Horsey.
This is a tight corner to get the ball in.
So what do you think? You have time for one pass once it's in, right?
Well, I wouldn't.
No.
I would pump fake one dribble maybe, but
Yeah, it'd be different if it's tied and you're going overtime. You got
it. Not a pass. Whoever catches this ball has to make a move to the basket, either a shot or a pump fake one dribble.
So we will see what Coach Burke draws up. Either way, he'll be joining us after the game, so stay tuned for the post-game show. He always gives us a chance to talk to him before he heads into the locker room. We'll hear his thoughts on this game. Wilmington had a lead 36-28 in the first half and led by as many as 10 here in the second half. But Bloomfield, just when we thought they were out of it, we had 2 trips down the court in a row by Wilmington when we feel they took bad shots. It's about the only way to say it. And they turned into a three-pointer on the other end and a fast break. I can't remember whether it was a layup or a dunk, but 2 easy shots. And so a 5-point swing, more than 5 really, 10-point or at least whatever. Don't know what we would have scored, but that's what got them back in.
They got 5 points out of it, and then plus what we didn't get.
All right, so Perez is right in front of us. He's obviously one of the persons that could be the target. And you got Hawkins underneath. And again, they don't need a 3. They need to either get to the foul line or get a shot up and in. They get it to Horsey. He turns and he gets fouled.
Nothing.
And Burke is not happy, and he's yelling at the refs, deservedly so, as they walk out, because that was not a flop.
No, it was not.
There was contact there. And unfortunately, that is going to be the end of the game with Bloomfield.